Okay, so this is a problem where we're going to have to be doing some division and some unit conversion. So in this case, we have 70 yards to go to get a touchdown. So it's a football team. They carry the ball 12 feet on each play. How many plays until they get a touchdown? So what we need to do is we need to think about what's going on here. I'm doing 70 yards, but it's 12 feet each. So I'm going to have to convert either feet to yards or yards to feet. I'll go ahead and do both conversions. Just to kind of show you how it's done, but one's going to end up being easier than the other. 70 yards, if we use this right here, is going to be 70 times 3 feet. And so that's 210 feet. And then 12 feet, okay, is going to be not times 3 to get the number of yards, but divided by 3 is the opposite, right? So like 1 foot is 1/3 of a yard. So it's 12 times 1/3 yards, which is going to be 12 divided by 3, which is 4 yards. Now, this is the one we're going to end up using right here because it's smaller numbers and it's going to be easier to work with. Now, for each play, I go 4 yards. And so what I could do is I could say, well, what is 70 divided by 4, and that's going to give me my number of plays. And so you could just, without a calculator, do some division or something and see that this is not actually a whole number. So it's not a whole number of plays. But the question is, how many plays until I get a touchdown, right? That's the number. That's the question we want to know. And so if I'm thinking about how on each play I'm going 4 yards, and like on one play I go 4 yards, 2 plays I go 8 yards, 3 plays I go 12 yards, so on and so forth, until I eventually get to something divisible by 4. And so let's see, like 60 yards is divisible by 4, then so you have 64, then 68. So you could think about just kind of adding 4 each time in that long fashion, or you could think about just the actual number you would get from doing this division and consider real life scenarios, what this means in terms of the answer to the question. All right. So what is 70 divided by 4? Well, let's see. If I just did some basic fraction stuff here, this would be 2 times 35 over 2 times 2. And then these 2's would cancel. And so I have 35 divided by 2, right? What is 35 divided by 2? This is going to be 17.5 because 2 times 17 is 34. Now, 17 and a half. So 17 and a half plays. That doesn't make sense. There's not a half a play, all right? So how many plays until you get a touchdown? Well, if you only do 17 touchdowns, what's going to happen? 17 plays. Well, 17 times 4, you can do the math to see that that is 68 yards. So if you do 17 plays, 4 yards each play, you only get 68 yards down, and so you don't have a touchdown. And so we don't want to stop at 17 plays. In fact, we want to go one more play, which makes sense, right? If you need an extra half a play, to do 18 times 4 yards, which will get you 72 yards. So if you do 18 plays, then you will go 72 yards and you will get the touchdown. And so that is the solution to this problem. How many plays until you get a touchdown? Well, it's 18 plays because anything less than that, you are not going to reach the end zone yet.